All right, here we go. Um, the other day, I filmed the first video about COVID and the recent um, increase in cases of COVID, and also talking about job loss and more about scared of the future. The video was kind of grainy, kind of nasty. Wasn't really high quality, so I'm gonna just shoot another one. But anyway, are you worried about the future? Does COVID have you think about your job situation? Do you feel nervous? Are you afraid of the vaccine? Are you afraid to take the shot? You know, and like I said, I've been sitting down for a couple of days, and I just been having it on my mind lately, thinking about this vaccine situation, and you're starting to see what they're doing, and not to mention the disappearance, the disappearing act of real cash. Um, you know, that kind of makes you nervous about that because when you talk about the disappearance of real physical cash, you're talking about the end of the hustle, the end of the secret hustle, where all money will be counted. And it's a scary thing to think about, man, when you think about it, because it makes sense that you see more people sprouting up with the LLC thing. I'm seeing more LLCs now than I've ever seen before. I'm seeing more black people talk about LLCs more than I've ever seen before. Everything's LLC because soon, or maybe soon, it'll be the end of the side hustle. Well, as far as hiding the info from the government, it seems like COVID is starting to bring a lot of that into um into the light. But you go to restaurants now, and restaurants aren't as open as long as they used to be. A lot of restaurants are closing early. We lost a lot of McDonald's and Burger King and all these other restaurants. Not to mention the short staff. You go into these restaurants, man. It's like one server, one fry cook, and they just in there cooking their asses off, man. They're in there working up a storm, man. And you feel sorry for them, especially the waitresses, because waitresses don't. I mean, the waiters and waitresses, because waiters and waitresses don't really make a lot of money. They make like $2 and some cents an hour, but all that money's on tips. Now you got to think about somebody in that situation that's a waiter or a waitress making $2 and some cents an hour, and depending on large volumes of people to pay to get enough money to pay their bills, just they plain living expenses, because living expenses is expensive. Living is expensive, depending on where you are. But depending on where you are, you can get a good job for living. Either that, you can go live out in the country where there's nothing to do, which is starting to be the which is starting to sound more like a good idea every day. You know, COVID. When COVID came around, this was one of the first times where I thought about living outside. I don't know. It's just weird. This is like one of the first times, but yeah, but the job, in a lot of restaurants, can't hold a lot of people, and then you got these people in there these waitress and waiters, they're not making no money, and you got places that want you to get the shot, and nobody really don't want to take a shot, and because I think everybody was used to the flu shot or the shots you get when you was a baby. You really had no choice in that matter, or you didn't have a say so. You was a baby, you had to get the shot. All the kids was going to school with the shots, so you got to get the goddamn shot. But with this one, a lot of people are really scared of the shot, so they rather lose their job and go home or live outside than take that motherfucking COVID shot. Shit. It's just you think about the other jobs like nightclubs. It's really scary to work in a nightclub right now. Because nightclubs, you can't escape the crowd. You basically this close. Everybody's this close to you. You're already uncomfortable. Motherfuckers are talking. Somebody's smoking. Somebody's drinking. You can smell somebody's breath. And COVID's around. And COVID being a nightclub, living it up. And you in a waitress. You at the bartender. You over there making drinks. You scared as a motherfucker. Yeah. You don't want a motherfucker because it's already hard to listen at a nightclub or a bar room. You can imagine a bartender trying to serve you a screwball, and and the customer wants to talk to the bartender, so the bartender gotta get real close, and that's scary, especially with all the COVID shit happening, and that shit is scary, man. That shit is scary, and let's see what other job. I guess any nighttime job. Nighttime job. You got the clubs. And, the entertainment jobs too. Man, like going to a baseball game or going to a basketball game. That's weird too. You know, you kind of gotta get used to being around people again, but that's weird too because you're so fucking close to people. It's if you got a job where you're around a lot of people, you're in trouble because you gotta take that vaccine. You got to take the vaccine. If you want that job, you got to take the vaccine. Like, ain't no ifs, ands, whats, or fucks about it. Either that, or you might have to get a trucking license or something because truckers don't really be around people like that, especially over the road truckers. You know, you know. But this COVID situation is. I'm gonna say some things that I said in the first video because I know the first video was a little scratchy. Um, when you're at your job during this time, um, how's everybody feeling um, mentally wise? How's everybody feeling? You know, is y'all scared? Is you worried? And do you feel concerned? Is the morale down at your store? You know, is guys stressed out because I know you're not getting the hours you used to get. The supplies are going down. You're not seeing a lot of printing paper. You're not seeing a lot of pens. You're not seeing a lot of erasers. You're not seeing a lot of um, certain snacks in the snack machine out there, or you don't see certain drinks in the cold drink machines no more. It seems like budgets keep getting cut little by little. It's do you feel weird? You don't feel that job security when you're at your job. You get the feeling that you're gonna lose your job any minute. You don't know what to do because bosses. A boss um, lies, uh, because a boss lies to keep you working, and the boss will continue to lie to keep you working. So, like, I've worked jobs where they knew uh, my position was going to be replaced. They knew, but I still got smile. But you still get a smile. They still smile. They still say good morning. They don't give you a warning because their jobs are good. They feel safe. You know what I'm saying? They speak. No, at these jobs, they like to speak that family shit like Fast and Furious. It's all about family. We're not. Hold on. Let me put my water up. My water's going down. At these jobs, they like to spit that, you know, family shit like the Fast and the Furious. But when you really break down the purpose of a job is not designed to help you with your living situations. It's designed to get the boss the most money that he or she can make. When you work at a job, you're working at somebody else's dream or somebody else's attempt to have a better life, somebody's attempt to get a Rolls Royce. So you got to remember that. When you work at your job, you helping somebody get a Rolls Royce. And if you get a little something out of it, that's good. But they don't give a fuck about you, bro. If they can replace you with a computer, they replace you with a computer. If they can get a monkey to do your job, they'll get a monkey to do your job. If they can, if they can get foreigners to do your job, they get foreigners to do your job. Anybody's cheaper. If anybody were to come around and say they can do your job cheaper, they will hire them and fire you on the spot because the goal of that job, the goal of why they started that business was to get a Rolls Royce. Because they damn sure didn't start a job to, they damn sure don't start a business to save time. Because when you start a business, you think about that business 24 hours a day. Shit, unless you even when you get enough money to hire a day manager to run the operations, shit, you still gotta be focused in on that job. You can't just walk away from your job like that. You gotta be focused into that shit because it doesn't. A job is very very fragile. Oh shit! Look, they running from the cops. Oh no, they ain't running from the cops. Because a job is very fragile. It doesn't take much for it to collapse. Wait, cops chasing somebody. Yeah, but anyway, a job is very fragile. It doesn't take much for it to collapse, right? It's very fragile. I mean, like, really look at the you really got to look at a business and you got to see how fragile it is. The owner of the business, 9 times out of 10, doesn't have a lot of money. They don't make a lot of money as you think they make. A lot of that is borrowed cash. They borrow the cash. They borrow the cash from friends or family or from banking institutions, okay? They don't make a lot of money. So if they hire a few wrong people in a row that do a bad job, they go out of business. I mean, they go out of business. That's the name of the game. But but when you work at your job, you helping somebody else get rich. You're not helping you get rich. They don't care about your living situations. They don't give a fuck about what happens to you when you quit that job. They don't call you. They don't call and ask you, did you ever find a new job? They don't fucking. I mean, they don't call you during the Christmas holidays. They don't do that family shit. They. Like I said, they speak that family shit, but these jobs really don't give a fuck about you. And COVID was a great year to say fuck these jobs. But I don't know, man. The future is just weird, man. The future is just weird. The future is just weird, man. Everybody's trying to do the crypto hustle now. Trying to buy some cheap crypto, trying to get some money. But man, I don't know. But anyway, I think this video came out a little better than the first one. So if you watch this video, on the comments, just tell me, how do you feel at your job, and and what will you do if you lose that job? But anyway, see you.